going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today's video we're gonna go over a couple things that are going on with both Project Mark 7 and Project B5. So if you guys didn't know that I have a new project, learn it. It is a Audi 2001 A4 B5. And it is fully loaded, so it's got like the leather and the sunroof and all that stuff. But the reason why I got that car was because I was putting way too many miles on my Mark 7, and I just saw the value of the car just depreciating so fast. So now these cars are meant to depreciate very quickly. For some reason here in the United States, I think they hold a lot more value outside of the US. Now, if I have it sitting, then there's no point in why I would have gotten the car. So I need to get this thing up and running as soon as I can. We did start to do some things today. I actually popped off the grill, which was all broken, so I have a new one coming in. Those things are only like 30 bucks. But the main thing is I got the axle done on this side. The biggest trouble I had with taking this darn axle off on the B5 is the fact that I kept watching B6 videos on how to do it. And I did not know that I had to take off the upper control arm and the connection to the tire rod in order to slide the axle out. So it was a pain in the butt. But once I figured that out, I managed to do this. Sammy was here earlier, but I wanted to knock this out, so that's why you didn't see a lot of... There's no video recorded about that. So, but we did get the axle done. I just want to go through and do some vacuuming on the inside. I also fixed the air issue that was going on. There was a loud noise, and it just so happens that there was a piece of paper stuck in it. But I need to clean out the engine bay. There are also a ton of leaves in the engine bay and on the sides of the doors and in the trunk and things like that. So I wanted to vacuum all that stuff out. There's also some kind of leak going on. I don't think it's oil, but the engine is very dirty. So eventually, maybe not today, a different day, I definitely have to clean off the engine. So that way I can find out where that leak is coming from. I don't want to do any oil changes on any of that stuff until I figure out where the leak is coming from. And I'm not going to run the car yet until I figure out where the leak is coming from. So I vacuumed it all out, and it looks a little bit better. Well, some of the things that actually worried me about when I bought this car was, I mean, it was cheap anyway, so if I had to put a new head in here, I wouldn't care. But there was an explosion of antifreeze at some point in its life, and it was never cleaned up. That's all that white residue. And it's all over kind of like the engine bay. Now, I looked at the water pump, and the water pump does not seem to be leaking, but there is a water leak somewhere at the bottom. There's a weird like clamp stuck in this container, and I think it's the actual leak is coming from behind somewhere in the engine. I'm not sure if it's antifreeze. I think it is, because it doesn't look like oil. It doesn't look like the engine's losing any oil at this moment, or at least not a lot. It does have a leak in the front somewhere here, but we're going to clean up the engine bay, obviously, and we're going to restore this car back to life. Obviously, it was a project. It's meant to be a beater, so it's not going to look 100% perfect right away. But eventually, we will get this car looking very nice. If you guys are interested in getting the headlights, NAO actually provided me with a coupon code, so I'm going to put it down below. It doesn't really necessarily help out the channel, but it does show my appreciation to NAO, and that, you know, that I am providing something for you guys. I told them that if I was going to do or put this in this video, there had to be some kind of benefit to my subscribers, and the 20% I think is beneficial. So if you guys want them, go ahead and buy them. But would I recommend them? Yeah, absolutely. They are really nice headlights, and it is a good replacement for like HIDs, and they shine really, really, really bright. The box is pretty much going to look like this. It's going to say NAO at the top. It could vary. I'm not sure, maybe depending on the size, but this is their new kit. This is their version 2 LEDs, and they're going to look very similar to the ones that are installed before. This is their 5D LED. It's 300% lumen 60% less energy and 10 times more life. It's going to come looking very similar to the other ones. I believe the last ones were black. These are like a gray color, and they do come with their own locking tabs. Overall, these over the version 1s, they say that they updated the fan, so now it has a built-in cooling fan that's at 8500 RPM and can accelerate the cooling rate, therefore keeping these a little bit cooler and shiny for a longer period of time, because you never want these things to overheat. Obviously, every time you install them, you got to make sure you cut out the space for these to vent out of the headlight itself. According to NAO, you're supposed to get about 50,000 hours of lifetime out of one of these bulbs, which is a whole lot more than a standard bulb. It is an all-in-one compact design. These happen to be 6500 K, but you can go, I think, 5000 K as well, and they are IP67 waterproof and shockproof design. So they are pretty durable. I've actually, kind of thrown the first ones around a little bit, and they've held up just fine. So I'm not going to show you how to actually install these. If you guys are interested in installing it in your car, just go up top to the link above, and it'll reroute you to the video where I installed the first one on my wind power headlights. The OEM ones may be a little bit different. So I'm actually going to head upstairs and get ready, because Stack Plus is meeting up tonight, and I am actually going to take you guys along. So out here at the meet, they left JR14 by himself. This is pretty much going to close it out. Had a fun time here. So I'll see you guys in the next one for some more Mark 7 and A4 B5 content. See you in the next one. Peace out.